this is one of those match that we'll be looking back at by the time the season finishes, and we'll be checking. Maybe we could have. Maybe this is the match that could have got us over the line. Now, to fair, I think this game, I don't really blame the coach much, but I will blame the players. And I have some players I'll go off on. I have some players I'll go off on. Now, starting into this match, this weekend kind of started with a very good precedent. Manchester City drawing, meaning that if we draw, we could catch up the same point or we'll be just 1 point behind Manchester City. If we win, we are 1 point ahead of Manchester City and moves to third place. Sounds good, right? Yes. Guess what? We came today, we lost. Going into the game, looking at the lineup that Enzo Maresca went with, I was really, really impressed. I was like, this is a very good lineup. Went with the lineup of Robert Sanchez in goal, who I really, really think that in as much as for the both goals, he doesn't have much to do on it, but I still think he still have some faults. I think he should be faulted in some of the mistakes that happened in this match. And went with Levi Corey and Trabatalo, who I think are solid in my opinion. Caicedo starting as the number 2, Cucurella, Romeo Lavia, Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Palmer, Noni Madueke, and then Nicolas Jackson. And this match, in as much as we didn't start okay, we didn't really start well. Newcastle started and they were at it. They started hitting us from minute 1. And that shows how they scored. 2 minutes into the game, we are already 1-0 down. We are already 1-0 down. And it didn't just stop there. Newcastle were the better team throughout the first half. We didn't have a chance until like the 20 minutes or thereabout. And the chance was not even useful. It was not that threatening. It was not a good threatening opportunity. And Nicolas Jackson went ahead and got the red card in, what was the minute again? In 35th minute. He got the red card. And that was a very, very useless challenge. That's the most useless red card I have seen. And as I'm telling you, he's going to miss the two remaining game of the season. He's going to miss the 2 remaining game of the season. He's not going to play against Manchester United on Friday, and he's not going to play against Nottingham Forest at the end of the season. And in as much as that brother doesn't score, I think is very, very important for us, especially defensively. And we don't even have another number 9 to play him. Who is going to play the number 9 position? So I'm going to return back to watching Pedro Neto start as a number 9, because in as much as all of you glaze over that brother, I should think he's a fraud. And the only reason Noni Madueke is substituted for him was because Neto offers more defensively. And I understood the sub. Noni Madueke today was the sacrificial lamb for the nonsense that Nicolas Jackson did. For Nicolas Jackson's mistake, Noni Madueke was the sacrificial lamb. And I would not fault the coach, because that was the perfect substitution to do, because I think Neto moving backward defensively, given that we are one man down, he could offer more. He could offer more than Noni Madueke, who I think he tracks back, but you can't compare his work rate. When it comes to work rate, I give it to Pedro Neto, because I always think that brother, he looks busy all the time. Neto looks busy all the time. Now, I'll still get onto it. Now, the first half finishes. Now, that first half was the worst first half I've seen. See, going into this game, I was not expecting us to win. I was at least expecting a draw. I think, okay, we could go and scam a draw. But going into this game, the first half was very, very horrible in my opinion. The first half was horrible. Nicolas Jackson being out, I know the game was done. Or I think it was done. And then we get into the second half. The second half was a different ballgame. Starting from second half, we were at it. It looks like Newcastle are playing with the red card. We are really, really good. Playing really, really well. Caicedo, oh my goodness. What a wonderful player. In as much as we lost today, he's the outstanding player there. Goes into tackle, make good passes. He's buried, like, brother, we are still seeing this. See, it's just proved the reason why he's Chelsea player of the season and player of the seasons. He just proved the reason. He just proved it. Because that brother is very, very solid. Very, very solid today. Very, very solid today. In as much as the whole team was shambolic, not the whole team, but our performance as a team was shambolic. The outstanding performer for me was Moses Caicedo. Very, very solid. Very, very solid. He went into tackle. I think he wasn't even booked. He wasn't even booked. He wasn't even booked. But another player that was booked was Enzo Fernandez. Because in the first half, I don't understand what that brother was doing. I don't understand what Enzo Fernandez actually offered in the first half. But in the second half, we are really, really, really solid. We are very, very all right. You get me? Now 1-0 down in the first half. Going into the second half, we are playing well. It gave me a little sense of hope, a little sense of like, okay, we could go and finish this game. Okay, we could go and nick a draw. We could pick a draw, pick 1 point. Not bad, right? It's not bad, right? Yeah, we really played well. We dominated the second half. Position, shots, attempts. We dominated the second half. And you know the craziest part? The craziest part is that apart from Kopama, Cucurella was our most attacking threat. And we have that fraud, Pedro Neto. Now, that brother, I don't know. You are a winger. I've seen wingers. Like, bro, I've seen Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele, Lamine Yamal, bro. This brother cannot face a defender one-on-one. This brother cannot be a difference maker for us in that team. He just runs around like a headless chicken. And all of you will come around and say, he's one of our best players. He's one of our best. I don't know the football you're watching, but I think Pedro Neto, for me, is not at that level. I think he has some skill set that will be very, very good. Like his crossing. If we had a very, very good striker, if we have someone like Osimhen, who's very, very good on the air, I think Pedro Neto will pick up more assists. But I'm telling you, bro, that brother doesn't excite me. Passes the ball back at any given opportunity. Take risk. Move at a player. Drip you a fucking winger for crying out loud. That brother doesn't play like a winger. Neto annoys me. And one part that annoys me about him is that a lot of Chelsea fans don't see what this nigga is doing. They don't see what this brother is doing. They don't see the rubbish he's playing week in, week out. And you people want to tell me that he's good defensively and that's why he's better than Noni Madueke. He's a winger for crying out loud. He's not on top of there. He's not beautiful to watch. He doesn't dribble like Jordan Sancho. He's not direct like Noni Madueke. He doesn't have goal assist. He doesn't stack pad. He doesn't score goals. What exactly is he good at? I don't want to go off like this whole thing is about Pedro Neto. But I think Pedro Neto was good. But I'm just highlighting my frustration. Maybe I'm pushing a lot of blame towards him because of we lost the match. Yes. But this is something I've been complaining for a while. And Nicolas Jackson, see, Chelsea board should go and get us a striker. See, we cannot continue this thing next season. We cannot continue with this rubbish next season. Nicolas Jackson played only half of the season. Before he got injured, he went on 8-game drought. He didn't score for 8 games. He came back and, oh my goodness. Apart from the 2 goals or 3 goals he scored a few weeks ago, that brother has been shambolic. He has been shambolic. And no one should tell me that, we need to get a Delap. A Delap cannot improve Nicolas Jackson. See, we need experience. And when we talk about experience doesn't really, really mean old players, 35, 30. We mean players that has been there and done it. Osimhen, Isak. And I think Newcastle is definitely getting Champions League football, so signing Isak will be very, very hard. But Osimhen is there. Osimhen is really, really there. We cannot continue with Nicolas Jackson for this for next season. He's not it. And the problem is that I'm hearing Emegoha, Delap, Shesko, none of these strikers comes in and say, oh, like he's going to change the team. None of these strikers has the potential of scoring 20 Premier League goals. Premier League goals alone, none of them have the potential of scoring 20 Premier League goals alone in a season. None of them. But when you bring in someone like Gyökeres or Osimhen, see, I think with us and Osimhen this season and with the amount of chances we have been creating, I'm telling you, we could have competed for the league, or we could have been in a position where we would have sealed the top 4. The top 4 would have been over by now. We wouldn't have been in the situation we are right now. Now I have some good play. I have some players that I will shout out for, and I think really, really performed well. Apart from Moses Caicedo, Cucurella today, the fact that he was more of an offensive threat than Pedro Neto. He was more of an offensive threat than Pedro Neto is something I can't really, really comprehend. It's something I can't really wrap my head around. And when it goes at the back, you look at a player like Levi Colwill. I think Levi Colwill was really, really solid. Him and Chalobah, I don't know how they kept Isak quiet. Isak didn't really do much in this game, and I will give it to them. Isak didn't really do much in this game, and Levi Colwill for me, I don't care what you goes, because if you look at what football is showing here, Colwill was rated 6.8, which I think is very, very poor for what that brother did, because I don't really think, in as much as I think Levi Colwill is not the level of defender we need, and I think he has some potential, and I think we still need a very, very experienced defender. I think he was very, very solid today, in my opinion. I think he was very, very solid. Went in there was some balls that you don't see him tackle, but I think he did the job. Very, very good. Chalobah, solid. I think our backline really, really tried. Now, how we consider the two rubbish goals, the first goal was like, it took me by surprise. Looking at it, we could blame the defense. They were not at the right place at the right time. Now, the second goal, I'll kind of blame Sanchez, because, bro, in as much as a deflection, I don't know the reason why you came out. I don't know the reason why you came out. But it is what it is. It is what it is. 2-0. Now, that second goal actually broke my heart, because I was like, whoa, maybe we could get a draw. And if we got a draw in this match, it could have been like a win. It could have changed a lot of things. At this stage of the season, every single point matters. Every single point. 1 point, 3 points, it matters. Very, very important. Now we have dropped a vital point. Now our season now depends on what happens around us. We are going to play Manchester United in the midweek. And as rubbish as they have been this season, I'm telling you, I'm not really, really confident that we are going to beat them, because we have always had problem beating them. We barely beat them, especially at Old Trafford. But thank God we are playing at Stamford Bridge on Friday. But I'm not really, really confident that we are going to go there and do the job and put in the work that needs to be done for that match. I'm not really, really confident. And Nottingham Forest, given whatever the result they get today, will decide. Because I think if they get a draw today, they are automatically qualified for European competition. But we don't know which one, maybe Champions League, but it depends. Now, if we have handled this match, picked up 1 point here, went to the Manchester United game, won the Manchester United game 3-0, now we could have been in a more good position, or in a more better position to, like, okay, yeah, and push into the last game. Because after that last game, after playing on Sunday of that last game, 3 days later we have a Conference League final, and you guys better not lose that final. They better not lose that final. I'm really, really frustrated here. I'm really, really frustrated. But will I blame the coach? No. The coach set the team up good, and I really, really credit to Enzo Maresca. I don't really know what he said to the players. Yeah, we are really, really solid in the second half, in my opinion. I think we are solid in the second half. I think we created a lot of chances. We deserved at least a draw for our second half performance. We deserve. But in football, it's not what you deserve. You get what you put out, not what you deserve. You get what you put out, and we didn't put out a good enough performance for us to deserve a point or even win that match. You get me? So as the goal said, because we couldn't even score. We couldn't even score. But I'm really, really tired. I don't want to go off, and I could go on and on, because, bro, I'm really, really pissed. I am very, 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 very angry. I can't remember the last time I made a video like 14, 13 minutes for a match reaction. And that shows you how frustrated I am. I really, really want us to get Champions League football, because in hindsight, that changed everything. It changed our transfer strategy. It changed players we could attract. It changed the salary we could offer. Because current players at Chelsea, I think if they get Champions League football, they get a 20% increase. So that kind of change our position. We might be in a position to get an Osimhen. We might finally be in a position to offer him what he's asking. We might be in a position to go there and get one of those killers, those bagsman of a strike. And that's why I really, really want this Champions League football. And that's one part of it. And I've seen the performance that team dropped, especially during the semi-finals, bro. I would love Chelsea to be there. I would love my team to be there and perform that way. You get me? Watching Conference League, I feel like plucking my eyes out anytime I watch that league. And I don't want us to be in I don't even want Europa. I want Champions League straight up. You get me? So that's all for now. I don't want to keep this video more longer than it should be because, bro, if I go on with how pissed I am, I could end up the whole day here. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely I'll see you. I'll see you in the next one. Let me go watch. I think I'll watch Arsenal Liverpool, maybe a match reaction there. Watch a Clasico. So maybe get another video today. Maybe not, but if not, I see you tomorrow for some transfer news. Go be.